All right, so what you got next, man?
All right, so look, nigga. So I got a fan. Basically, he was in the comment section, and that nigga was talking about like he Mexican and he from a black gang, and he feel like sometimes he be getting treated differently. You feel me? And they be like, yeah, they be like trying to make fun of him, call him, you know what I'm saying, little racist names and joke around with him.
Sure, I seen that shit.
And I want to know your opinion. Like, what do you feel about like different races being from different other racist gangs?
I think sometimes it is weird, but the people that are going into them gangs, sometimes their own family don't accept them, so they're trying to be accepted by somebody in some type of family. I mean,
yeah.
Some of them grow up without families and shit like that, so they're just looking for the next, you know what I'm saying, safe ground. But like they try to join gangs that think it's safe, and then they got to end up, you know what I'm saying, have to do all the dirty work for them just to be around and shit.
So do you feel like it's okay for like say for a Mexican person to join a black gang or a black person to join a Mexican gang, vice versa, or shit a black person to join a white gang for any?
I'm saying it would be safer for you to stay within your own race, but like you said, once you step out of your race, because they try to base, like you said, everything around race nowadays. Yeah. As soon as you go into prison, they just boom, you with them or you with them, or it's like you said, once you step out of your race, it's like a green light on you for sure. You're out there by yourself, fighting for your, you know what I'm saying, 100-1 and shit, like, for sure.
Yeah, no, I feel it. And how I feel like, if I give you my advice, I'm gonna say like, you probably got to stay away from that type of shit. But you already in it, so you can't really get out of it. So
just don't get misled. Facts.
Yeah, don't get misled. Just if you're already in that situation, get money. You know what I'm saying? And just try to be the rich gangster. Don't try to be the foolish gangster. You know what I mean?
Nah, like if you're benefiting out the situation, then you know what I'm saying, continue. But if you're not benefiting anything out the situation, you know what I'm saying, you don't need to be there. That's for sure.
Nah, I feel what you're saying. To me, like, I feel like it's safer. It's always safer, like you said, to stay within your own race when it comes to gangs, because when you go to jail, the shit get kind of tricky. The lines get kind of blurred.
And you got to go extra hard for sure.
Yeah, then you got to go extra. Yeah, because it's usually the person that's, if you out of that race of the gang, you got to go extra hard, like you said, to prove yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Growing up, I always seen the hardest like white bloods, and they was really trying to put that shit down. Like, and I
was in prison with a pretty he was hard, pretty hard.
He was redheaded too.
Yeah, this nigga name was Josh. His name was Josh. He ain't had no special name, nigga. His name was Josh, nigga. He was a blood.
Shout out Joe G. Josh.
Yeah, on my mama, nigga. And then you know what I was gonna say too. Growing up too, I also had a homie. He was black. You know what I'm saying? And he was part of a Mexican gang. You know what I mean? And
no, you do see it a lot.
He dropped out. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he could handle the pressures of that gang. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say what it was or nothing like that, but it was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? When I looked at it, like, it's just kind of tricky. I think when it comes to gang banging and all that shit, I don't think you should do it at all. But
that's what I'm saying. I didn't even like the army people yelling at me and shit. So why am I gonna join the army? That's like the same shit. Like,
yeah, but if you is in a gang, I think that you should always stay within your race. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out of your race, because you got some people that's black from Asian gangs and shit like that. And I mean, they see success, but I know in the back
I see a lot of that too. Like they're branched in though. Like,
yeah. Nah, I see it too. But I know sometimes they deal with racism too. They probably just don't speak up on it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Facts. But
the way we're so multicultural nowadays, it's like you got to accept it. Because I see black Mexicans, I see, you know what I'm saying, black Chinese people.
That's why I don't believe. That's why I don't believe in racism. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna join a gang, I would say stick to your race. That would be smart. But I don't believe in racism as a whole. Like, if you're gonna be in the streets and getting money, you could deal with whoever you want to.
Yeah, just don't be afraid to carve your own path, man. Make your own lane, man.
That's a fact.